expansionary monetary policy. It will lower interest rates, and because of lowering of interest rate, it will stimulate economy. Both consumption and investment will rise. What will happen is, suppose central bank carries out expansionary monetary policy. So money supply in the economy, it increases. Because of increase in money supply. And how does central bank increases money supply? What it will do? Will it purchase bonds or will it sell bonds? Supposedly, if it purchases bonds, then what will happen? It is going to purchase from public. Fine. Now, there are bonds. It can purchase bonds. When it purchases bonds, what will happen? It has to give money in return to the public. It gives money in return. And when it does so, this will increase money supply in the economy. On the other hand, in case if it sells bond, then it will be selling bond in return for money. It will take money from the public and it will give bonds. So what will happen? Money supply in the economy will fall. Fine. In this case, what will happen is that money supply in the economy is increasing because of increase in because central bank has purchased bonds. So it has done expansionary monetary policy. So money supply in the economy has increased. Now there is more money in the economy than what demand for money could accommodate. You getting the point? Because money supply in the economy has increased, so there is more money in the economy than demand for money in the economy could accommodate. Now what will happen? Let me just draw one graph for you. This is your money demand curve, and this is money supply curve. Because of increase in money supply, what has happened? Because of increase in money supply, at a given level of rate of interest, demand for money has increased, as you could see here. At a given level of I, at this I, and at the new money supply, demand for money is less than the supply for money. Demand for money is less than the supply of money. Now what will happen? How can you get an equilibrium rate of interest? There are more suppliers of money than the people who are demanding money. So what should happen? Interest rates have to fall. Because in case if interest rates will fall, borrowers, they can borrow more money. Fine. And by borrowing more money, they can accommodate that increased money supply in their own demand. Are you getting the point? You go in a bank, okay, and when interest rates are low, you could borrow more. Fine. And because supply for money is higher in the economy, there is much more supply than what you could demand. So price has to fall. Now what is the price of money? Interest rates. So in this case, interest rates will fall to say I star. Okay. To say I star. Something. So it has fallen. So because of increase in money supply, interest rates have fallen. Now because of fall in interest rates, what are the two things which are happening? Because when interest rates have fallen, one, investment would increase. There would be increase in investment. And 2, there would also be increase in consumption. Why increase in investment? This I have already discussed with you. Because of because of fall in interest rates, the opportunity cost, okay, of borrowing money, it will also fall. So you can borrow more, and hence you can borrow more for your projects at a lower rate of interest. So investments will increase. Now, what about consumption? Because interest rates are falling, so the opportunity cost of money is falling. Why would you want to keep that money in bank? You can keep that with yourself for your own transaction purposes, and because of that, consumption would increase. Your savings would fall, but by the same token, consumption would increase. So in your aggregate expenditure equation, which is AE equals to C plus I plus G, remember that both consumption is increasing and investment is increasing, keeping government expenditure constant. So aggregate expenditure would increase. So this is your 45-degree line. Okay, all the points at which income is equal to aggregate expenditure. This is your initial aggregate expenditure line, your Y1 equals to C1 plus I1 plus G. Your initial consumption expenditure and initial investment expenditure. Now, because of expansionary monetary policy, money supply in the economy has increased. At the given level of demand, interest rates have to fall. With the fall in the interest rates, investment has increased and consumption has increased. So C1 has increased to C2 and I1 has increased to I2. And hence, Y1 has increased to Y2, keeping the level of government expenditure constant. And because of this new aggregate expenditure curve, it will intersect this 45-degree line at new point, which is E2 star. And hence, aggregate output in the economy would increase to Y2 star. Okay, so expansionary monetary policy, it will lower interest rate and it will stimulate economy, both consumption and investment, they are rising.